episode number 3 of Laker Connections. I'm Kenny Gerard, co-hosted by my good friend, Lucas McGarry. Now, Lucas, man, how are we doing tonight? It's
been a long day, and we're here. We are dressed in simple attire of some of our favorite teams, but
yes.
Yeah, we're here to get some done.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a, we had
Your
mic just fell. Well, we just had the media summit today, and that was a long day, and yesterday was my 21st birthday, so I was busy all day. Thank you, everybody. And yeah, so I guess we're in our best dress tonight. It's a sports show.
Let's get it done.
Let's get it done.
Let's do it.
Lucas, the end of fall is rapidly approaching. The weather is getting colder, and the playoff races are getting intense. With only a few more weeks of fall sports left here this season, actually more like a week, let's recap what's happened last week. Lucas, let's start off with the men's soccer team.
Yeah, absolutely. The Oswego men's soccer team faced off against SUNYAC powerhouse Buffalo State tonight at Laker Turf Stadium after a quiet start. The Bengals struck first midway through the opening half. Oswego battled back early in the second, with Tajay Ellis finding the equalizer for his 4th goal on the season to make it 1-1. But late in the game, Buffalo State's offense caught fire, scoring 3 goals in 6 minutes to pull away with a 4-1 victory. The Lakers now sit at 3-7-5 overall, 2-4-2 in SUNYAC, and have unfortunately been eliminated from playoff contention, while Buffalo State improves to 12-1-3 and locks in a home playoff matchup as the number 2 seed. So the Lakers, unfortunately, on the men's side of soccer, are out.
Yeah, well, I said a couple weeks left. I lied. It's like a week.
Yeah.
This is the last weekend of regular season, a couple weeks if we include playoffs. So I wasn't wrong, but I was wrong about...
Field hockey still got a couple weeks left.
Right,
yeah.
field hockey has
different
time,
for every
but
sport.
Yes. But this sport in particular, Oswego has been eliminated. They got 8 points on the season for, standing points, like hockey, I guess.
Right, yeah.
Cortland sits at number 1. Buffalo State, Plattsburgh, New Paltz, Oneonta, Fredonia all making it in. Oswego, Morrisville, Canton, and Potsdam all eliminated, with Potsdam getting no points in the conference this season.
Yeah, Potsdam was not good.
We talked about Oswego having to put their foot on the gas, and there were games this season where Oswego really did.
100%.
And then just the games that they didn't do it, and this one in particular happened to bite them, as they will be.
Hopefully they can bounce back next year.
Absolutely. Well, let's move it over now to women's soccer. The Lakers hit the road to Buffalo for their second-to-last regular season game, looking to build momentum heading into the postseason. After a strong start controlling possession, Oswego couldn't capitalize early, despite several good looks. Buffalo State struck first midway through the opening half, taking a 1-0 lead into halftime. The Lakers kept pressing in the second, creating chances but running into a tough Bengals defense and a hot goalkeeper. Finally, late in the match, Oswego broke through with a shot to the top left corner to tie it up. Neither team could find a winner in the final minutes, and this one ended in a 1-1 draw. The Lakers moved to 6-4-5 on the season and stay strong in SUNYAC play.
Yeah, I mean, they're staying alive. They're in SUNYAC contention. They made the playoffs. Don't know where exactly they're going to end up, because they're definitely not going to be, or actually, no, we don't know for sure. We're going to be talking about that in a little bit.
Yes, we will.
But yeah, they have their playoff spot on lock, but now it is up to whether or not they can host a game. But they played a very, very solid season. They had a winning record, 6-4-5, 3-1-4 in SUNYAC. It's not the best, but they did enough to stay alive. And I think that they can have a really good push here if they keep playing the way they're playing. A game against a tough Buffalo State in a draw is not what you wanted, but it's not what you didn't want in a game right at the end of the season. I think it's a pretty good place for them to be going into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Yep. We're going to move on to the other turf sport we have, which is field hockey. The SUNY Oswego Lakers hosted the Cortland Red Dragons for a SUNYAC clash last Saturday at Laker Turf Field. Cortland came out firing, outshooting Oswego 8-0 in the first 7 minutes and eventually breaking through for an early 1-0 lead. The Red Dragons continued to press, adding a second goal before halftime, while Lakers goalie Sam Krauthein kept Oswego in the game with 15 first-half saves. Cortland added 2 more goals in the second half to secure a 4-0 win, with Krauthein finishing with 19 saves on the day. The Lakers fall to 4-11 overall and 0-4 in SUNYAC play, officially eliminating them from playoff contention, while the Red Dragons sit in 3rd in the standings with a spot locked up.
Yeah, and I mean, just a quick glance at the standings into the postseason. 4-0, 4-0, 2-2, 2-2 made the playoffs. The teams that got eliminated, Morrisville and Oswego.
Seems like a pretty big difference in talent just between the conference teams.
Yeah, and it was a tough going for Oswego this year in conference. I mean, they had those games where you were like, man, this team really has some good potential.
Yeah.
And the peaks were there, but unfortunately they just couldn't get it started, and now it's just a little bit too late for them to make the postseason. So the postseason is locked up. You look at New Paltz, Salisbury, Cortland, Oneonta, and Salisbury.
Salisbury is one of the greatest teams ever.
I mean, they are pretty dang good. So, well, let's move on now to the hardwood. The Oswego State women's volleyball team traveled to Fredonia for a conference matchup after last night's win over Buffalo State. Despite a strong effort, the Lakers couldn't keep the momentum going, falling to the Blue Devils in straight sets. Oswego started each set competitively, trading points early and showing strong defense at the net, but Fredonia built big runs through the frame to take control. I'm so tired, Lucas. The Lakers pushed hard in the third set, even reaching set point at 24-23, but the Blue Devils rallied to close it out 27-25. The Lakers fall 3-0 and get swept and move to 17-5 overall and take their first loss in SUNYAC play.
Yeah, this was a very uncharacteristic loss for them.
Uncharacteristic me of jumbling words. Oh my God!
I had them winning this game before this matchup, and they did not pull this one out, and they even got swept, which was really weird to me because Fredonia, not the strongest team. They're 8-12. They have an okay team. They were 2-2 in conference before that.
Now 3-2.
Now they moved to 3-2. Oswego's 5-1. So Oswego's still second, but they lose a game on Cortland, who they still have coming up on their roster or on their schedule, excuse me. And they have another SUNYAC game coming up that we'll also discuss against Morrisville, I believe. But we also have to talk about the Cortland game that they have coming up because that is a very uncharacteristic loss for them, just in my opinion.
Well, still in second place, and that's one of the sports where we still say there's plenty of time
Absolutely.
left to shake up the playoffs. We're going to go a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for the week ahead.
Oh, yeah.
The week ahead. See you after the break.
If you like action, romance,
If you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this.
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn. Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Look at the number of disasters in the U.S. Chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts. It's showtime, Chris. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. But you got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to.
Welcome back into season 24, episode number 3 of Laker Connections, your only place for all things Laker sports. Kenny, that's Lucas.
I am Lucas.
Lucas, we still feeling good going into this next one?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Well, Lucas, we have now reached that point in the year where we have multiple sports seasons going on at once. Fall sports are getting ready for the postseason action, while winter sports are just getting up and running. For this block, let's talk about what's coming up ahead in the week ahead. For these fall sports teams, Lucas starts off with men's soccer.
Yeah, we already talked about, unfortunately, they are eliminated, but they still got a game left. The Oswego State men's soccer team finishes its season against the Fredonia Blue Devils. The Lakers enter at 3-7-5 overall and 2-4-2, like we already said, while Fredonia sits at 7-6-3 and 4-4 in the SUNYAC. Oswego has already been eliminated from playoff contention, while Fredonia barely snagged the final postseason spot. Offensively, Oswego averages just .93 goals per game, compared to the 1.94 for the Blue Devils, and will need to find a way past Fredonia's tough defense. Defensively, Oswego allowed 1.6 goals per game this season, which could be a challenge against Fredonia's attack. While Oswego can't make the playoffs, this matchup is a chance to finish the season strong and build momentum for next year, while Fredonia fights for a postseason push.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for Oswego, I don't want to say it's a game where they can play spoiler because they can't eliminate them,
Yeah.
but I mean, you can
kill the momentum going into the playoffs.
Sure,
though.
and you can put a sour taste in their mouth and be like, oh, God, we just took a bad loss at the end of the season.
to a team that's already eliminated.
Right, and for Oswego, I mean, you're playing for the seniors in the team, right?
It's
I mean,
pride.
This isn't.
Yeah.
It's not a professional sport where you're on a contract. I mean, you're only here for so long. So I guess at this point, You're playing not, for your seniors, and I think that's important. for the team.
I like that.
It was in high school when we played sports and we were out of the playoffs. Like, well, let's play for our seniors.
Absolutely.
Let's have a good game. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But,
Yeah, no doubt.
Still a game for pride, right?
Absolutely.
Well, let's talk about some women's soccer now. The Lakers return home to Laker Turf Stadium this Saturday for a crucial SUNYAC matchup against the Blue Devils. Kickoff is set for 1 o'clock, coming off a hard-fought draw earlier this week. The Lakers look to finish strong and build momentum heading into the postseason. The defense has been steady all year long, while the offense continues to create chances late in games. The Blue Devils enter with confidence after a strong stretch of conference play, making this a key battle for standings and seeding. Expect a physical, low-scoring game between two teams fighting for a position as the regular season winds down. First kick's at 1 p.m. Saturday at Laker Turf Stadium.
Yeah, and I actually heard while in the trainers earlier, as this inside scoop as an athlete, the trainer at one of the people I was discussed, if the women's soccer team gets a win this weekend, they get a home playoff spot. So a little bit more work for us at WTOP as well.
I don't mind it.
I think it's totally doable. Fredonia 5-2-1 in SUNYAC, Oswego 3-1-4, but they have pretty close records on paper, and their stats are pretty similar. Oswego's got them beat on goals per game. Goals against is pretty much identical. I think this is going to be a really identical game, and I like the way you said it, pretty low scoring, very physical. I think Oswego's got this one in the bag, and if they can get a win, they can host a playoff spot, and that's really, really big for them.
It's going to be a fun game.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
Sure.
Absolutely. But we're going to move on to field hockey. One more team on the turf. The Oswego State field hockey team hosts the SUNY Morrisville Mustangs in a late-season SUNYAC matchup. Both teams have struggled this year, with Oswego at 4-11 overall and Morrisville 3-9, and neither has recorded a conference win. Offensively, Oswego averages just a goal or half goal per game, while Morrisville sits at 2 goals per game. And defensively, the Lakers rely on standout goalie Sam Krauthine, who leads the SUNYAC with 181 saves and ranks 3rd with an .830 save percentage. With both teams already eliminated from playoff contention, this game is a chance for Oswego and Morrisville to grab their first SUNYAC win and finish the season on a positive note.
Well, something's got to bend and break in this one. Someone's got to come away with a conference win. It's going to be one of these two squads.
Someone has to win.
If we're looking at this just blindly, Morrisville, I mean, they look better in the goals per game, so they look better offensively. But then when you look at Oswego, way less goals allowed per game. So I think this one's going to come down to a defensive battle.
What is a worse stat? Half a goal per game or 5.8 goals against per game? I think goals against per game.
I'm going to say goals against.
Worse,
I think goals against. So
defense wins championships, and if you're allowing almost 6 goals a game, that's just a problem.
It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah,
they can clearly score, but it's going to come down to if they can actually stop the Lakers. This one's going to be, honestly, I think a really fun game.
I think so too. Oswego, they just got to pull something out. They got to get their offense going.
Absolutely. Well, let's move to the hardwood again. The Lakers are back home tomorrow night at Max Field Gymnasium for a non-conference matchup against the Mustangs. First serve is set for 6 o'clock. Oswego looks to bounce back after a tough road loss and keep their strong overall record intact. The team has shown balance all season with consistent attacking and solid defense at the net. The Mustangs come in looking to pull off an upset, riding a competitive stretch of matches, relying on quick ball movement and aggressive serving. Expect a high-energy match as both teams look to build momentum heading into the final weeks of the season. First serve is tomorrow night at 6 from the Max Field Gymnasium. And I said out of conference, I meant in conference. I wrote that wrong.
In conference, yeah. So Morrisville is in conference. They are basically eliminated. They're pretty close. But I do also want to talk about their game that they have the next day against Cortland, which has a lot more of an implication. Oswego, they're 5-1 in the SUNYAC. I don't know what Cortland's got going on today and on Friday, but on Saturday they have a big matchup against Oswego. And if Oswego gets the win on Friday, they go into Cortland. That could be the shot. That could be the game for the #1 seed. So they got Canton. So Cortland wins that 6-0. Oswego's got to beat them. Because if Oswego beat them, that's 6-1 on both sides, and that is a win that Oswego has at Cortland. That's a 1 seed. So Oswego has to win against Morrisville. Cortland, if they lose to Canton, hey, that helps a little bit. But I think regardless, has to be a win against Morrisville, and then Cortland. That's a must-win as well.
Gotta love late season. It's always a must-win game.
The volleyball's really good this year, and they have a very tough season to finish it out.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to throw to yet another break. When we come back, it'll be time for the Wheelhouse Wire. You're watching Laker Connections right here on WTOP 10.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
If you like action, romance,
Polly sister. If you're watching this,
and highbrow humor,
surface is this?
Floor. Minch did not legitimately put his head in the toilet.
there's only one place to turn. Tune in to new episodes of
Oh boy!
only on WTOP.
Welcome back into season 24, episode number 3 of Laker Connections, your only place for all things Laker sports. Lucas.
Oh, is it
Kenny.
me?
Lucas. Kenny.
It is.
That is-
It hasn't changed. I promise you it hasn't changed in the 3 minutes that we were on break.
Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe we should. We'll do it one time to confuse
Oh,
people.
that would be awesome, yeah.
We'll do each other's
do-
readers. We'll read each other's
We'll do it
readers, yeah.
eventually.
Well, week 1 has come and gone for teams that play on the ice, and while yes, these games don't count, still each game is important to shape what the season will become. The Lakers had a clean sweep of the Fisher Cardinals last week, but let's talk about what's coming this week. Lucas, take me through what the women's hockey team is doing.
Yeah, they got a tough matchup. The Oswego State women's ice hockey team opens its season this Saturday at home against the nation's 10th-ranked Nazareth Golden Flyers. The 8th-ranked Lakers come off of a record-breaking 22-5-2 in season, reaching the SUNYAC finals last year, but missing out on the NCAA tournament. With star goalie Lexi Levy gone, questions remain in net, but Oswego showed promise in a 3-1 season opening win over St. John Fisher. Nazareth, meanwhile, finished 21-7-1 last year, won the UCHC championship, which is their conference, made it to the quarterfinals of the national tournament last year, and enters this matchup as one of the top teams in the country. This weekend's game promises a clash of 2 powerhouse programs. Puck drop is at 3 o'clock at MCC.
Not an essay this week.
No, it was not. It was not an essay.
Yeah, no, I mean, this one's going to be fun. I mean, you have two highly...
Did it again.
Lucas. You have 2 highly ranked teams. It's going to be a lot of fun, right? I mean, for the Lakers, again, the big question for them going into this year is... you good?
Yeah,
is simply put, that there are a lot of new players. So
Yep.
it will be interesting to see how they can do.
Who's
how
filling Levy's goalie spot? Like that is my biggest question. Like whoever they had in the St. John game, me and Mike were unfortunately not there. We were at a meet,
Or
so
me.
I did. And yeah, you weren't there either, so I wasn't able to pay attention
look,
too
we're
much.
watching some volleyball.
But nice volleyball clip, guys. But I am really curious, and whoever they had in goal only let up 1 against a brand new St. John team. So against a Nazareth team who is 10th ranked, I am very curious to see how this goalie does.
I feel horrible I forget her name, but that goalie's mom emailed me and said thanks about how good we were doing on TOP for the actual broadcast.
Well,
so for some reason she's watching
Mia
this.
DeVivo.
DeVivo, we appreciate you
Mia
watching.
DeVivo, good
But,
luck with the season. We now know your name, and we will certainly not forget it.
No, we will not, because we're going to be talking about it a lot, about every single week.
I'm really
so.
excited. I think that they're going to have a good season, and I think this, against this Nazareth team, this could be game of the year right off the bat if both these teams play to their potential. It's as simple as that.
It's going to be a tough test.
I
Well,
think so.
Let's move over now to the men's hockey team. The Lakers men's ice hockey team came off a huge victory over the first-timers St. John Fisher Cardinals 8-3.
Wow.
The Lakers start the season off on the right skate, but will have a tougher test with a familiar foe, the Nazareth Golden Flyers. The Golden Flyers versus Lakers will take place at 7 p.m. in the Deb this Saturday. Coverage in WTOP 10, of course, had to shout. And me and Mike Neckers will bring you the commentary. Now, these 2 teams met up the same time last year, and it was a 4-3 victory for the Lakers. The Golden Flyers had a down year, finishing at 8-16-2 on the season. It will be teal night for the Lakers, honoring Ed Gosick's late wife, Mary, and raising awareness for the fight against ovarian cancer. Lucas, in recent years, teal night games have been fun, close, and exciting. And I think we are in store for a good one this year as well. What does each team need to do in order to come away with a win in this one before the games start counting?
I think both these teams need to get their identity going. I think that's what we talked about last year with Oswego. They had this new team, so it was all about finding what their strengths are and finding that identity. Their identity now is SUNYAC champions. So I think now it's Nazareth has to find that identity of, we just came off a really bad season. What are we going to do to fix that? And now guess what? You're going up against a team who just won their conference championship, came off of a phenomenal season, and really didn't let too many guys go. So if you're Nazareth, you're going into this thinking, this is a real big test for us. But at the same time, Oswego's going into this going, we got a lot to prove. So whose mindset is more dangerous?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to find out. It's going to be a tough matchup. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're in a good weekend of hockey here. I'm very excited. And it'll be the first game we get to call this year with Mike, who's sitting back there. So this will be a great time. Speaking of Mike, we're going to throw to a quick break. When we come back, it'll be time for Laker Showdown. You're watching Laker Connections right here on WTOP 10.
When you look at the number of disasters in the U.S., chances are every area will deal with some kind of emergency in the next decade. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
I had to eat a raw egg on Chris's dormitory floor.
I currently don't have any federal pending charges.
You know what you never did? You never walked to Walmart, Chris. That's my co-host. This is for making me eat roast Pop-Tarts. It's showtime, Crits. Come on.
I want to be on the air for that. I got a couple things to say.
No.
Spin the wheel. You got censorship.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to.
Welcome back into the third episode of Season 24 of Laker Connections, your home for everything Laker sports. Woo. And Lucas, it is time to welcome our Laker Showdown moderator, Mr. Michael Meckers. Now,
invite him in.
Before you explain what a Laker Showdown is to everybody who has not watched, and this is their first time watching, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's been a long day with the media summit here in Oswego.
Why do you have a Cowboys jersey on?
Because the Cowboys are my team, and I love the Dallas Cowboys. Wearing Leighton Vander Esch, unfortunately, had to retire due to multiple injuries to his head, but
I wonder why. He was.
That's what happens. That's what happens when you're on the Cowboys defense, I guess.
Mike, are you excited to call this game this weekend?
Am I excited? Is the grass green, Kenny?
This is a different kind of surface. This is just floor.
Are the lights behind me green?
No.
Oh yes, they are. Actually, they're more
answer.
like a lime green though.
It's still green.
All right, whatever.
All right.
Why don't you explain what a Laker Showdown is?
Pretty simple. You're gonna have 3 questions. Two of the best Laker sports minds in the world here. You guys make me say that every week.
We actually have never once made you say
It's in the teleprompter every week. I know the teleprompter's not working because nobody came to our show tonight. But
this is true. Shout out all the people that didn't show up. Don't know who you are.
You make me say it every week.
Shout out to Kobe for DMing me.
Whoever wins 2 of the 3 points wins this week. Okay. I believe it's a 1-1 tie right now.
I think so.
We'll go with that.
Sure.
And if not, I'll rig it next week.
You said the last question was really hard to know.
First question I got for you.
It's really not that hard.
And this is a fun one.
It's easy. You just got to think.
We're going to talk about mascots.
Ooh.
So, Syracuse has Otto the Orange.
Oh, here we go. Where's this going?
Cortland has Blaze the Red Dragon. But Oswego, at least officially, doesn't have a mascot. So my first question, if Oswego had a mascot, what would it be? Lucas, you're up first.
It's actually a tough question.
Well, if I had my way, I would make it Opus, the swim team's mascot. It's a little penguin.
He's playing to the crowd.
He's super cool. So it would be the Oswego State Penguins maybe, and then Opus. It would be Opus the Penguin. But if we're going based on our actual thing, we're gonna go with Wheelie the Wheel.
You know what? Mine's even worse. I'll pick a thing of a worse
Wheelie
one.
the Wheel.
We're gonna do. I got this one right. We're gonna
I'm really excited for this.
We're gonna honor the water.
Okay.
In the lake.
Okay.
and we're gonna honor our school president, Peter Wosu, with Peter the Puddle.
Peter the Puddle.
Peter the Puddle.
I like
will
Peter the
be
Puddle.
I really
our
like
mascot.
that.
Peter the Vast Ocean.
Peter the Puddle. I like it. I think it's good. I mean, I don't know how we'd make it work, but yeah, I don't know. Peter the Puddle.
It had the potentials there and the ideas there, and I love that. And this breaks my heart to do this, but I'm going to give the point to Kenny. And I'm sorry to Opus and Oswego State Swimming and
I kind of
Diving.
like Peter the Puddle though.
But Peter the Puddle's low-key tough.
Yeah, I kind of messed with Peter the Puddle.
Oh, here you go. Yeah, look at that.
Teleprompter, still no one working yet, so I got to peek over here for the next
Guy
question.
has 3 questions to come up with. That's it.
Okay.
And
Three
he can't
questions
remember
and he
them.
don't
This
know.
is all he does for our
Second
show.
question I got for that's not true. I cut all your video.
Well, you want to take it over next year, don't you, buddy?
Maybe, if you're lucky.
Ooh, that's right. Me
Next
and Lucas
question.
are old.
If you had the opportunity to design hockey uniforms for one Oswego State game, walk me through what they would look like. Kenny, you're up first.
This is a tough. Why are they so long-winded questions? Well, I missed the black jerseys we had, so I'm gonna go with the black jersey. We did. Whoever said that in my ear. Actually, I have it on my laptop case down here. Hold on, I gotta reach.
Don't fall.
And no one can zoom in because no one's working, but I'll try to cover everything. It's not supposed to be on air. That was our logo for the black jerseys.
Yeah.
I don't want to completely copy it, but I would think, they did the throwbacks this year with the Laker thing. I want to do something with like a black with a nice like green and gold trim on the shoulder, and then obviously some logo in the middle. I'm not quite sure. I don't have enough time to explain it because you need to go, but something of that nature. Throwback.
I was kind of thinking like if this is like a special jersey night, I want like a green, Oswego green, but instead of yellow for trim, I wanted actual gold. Like the actual color gold. So
like that? Like
yeah,
like
maybe
green,
some glimmer
like a
That's
glimmer
not a bad
gold.
idea.
So like maybe like trim and then have like an outline with like black or something on it. And who just said, Chris, why do you ever speak on our show?
Why are we breaking the fourth wall? Chris
Chris
is not relevant to this show.
To me and I'm
no offense, Chris.
I'm taking it out of my ear actually. But yeah, I'd go all green just because I feel like we have to for a Lakers show. A really nice golden trim, some black trim as well, and gold letter, the numbering and lettering.
The most useless thing, by the way, that we do on the show is that clock. I don't think we've ever paid attention.
No,
Yeah,
never.
not once. But go ahead, Mike.
I'm going to go with Lucas on this one. I really like the gold. I think the shimmery, shiny gold would be beautiful on the ice.
I just don't think like black is like Oswego.
Oh, we got less than 2 minutes, so let's,
Last one I got for you, and this is another tough one. Of course, you've only both been here 4 years, but if you had to pick one Oswego State athlete from any sport to be your 101 pick on your fantasy sports team, who are you picking all time?
Brandon Milberg.
Brandon Milberg.
Millsy.
Okay.
Taking Millsy.
You want to give some explanation on that?
That's a crazy pull.
Free him.
Nope, wrong way. There we go. Free Milberg.
I'm gonna say not Milberg. Well, I feel like I can't go hockey because I just won. It's so fresh.
I have another one.
Oh my God. Jeremiah Sparks. I mean, he won multiple SUNYAC championships. He brought him to the NCAA tournament, and when he left, this team went. So
my thing is,
I gotta say Jeremiah Sparks, but man, we're running out of time.
Both really good picks. I was kind of hoping someone would say Shane Bull.
It was my second guess. Well, that was my guess, but he said hockey.
Tyler Flack's in there as well.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to go with Kenny on this one. Jeremiah Sparks, undisputed.
Yeah.
One of the best athletes in Oswego.
I can't even dispute that. I was going to go with him, but I had to go Brandon Milberg for
comedic purposes.
Of course.
There we go. All right.
So Kenny wins this one.
Yay.
We're done. You guys are done talking.
No,
you
we
guys
still have 25 seconds,
No,
Kenny.
be quiet. We're done.
We're not.
Thank you for joining us for the third episode of Laker Connections. We will see you next week for episode number 4 of season 24. Have a great night, everybody.
Entertainment Preach sucks.